Yeah. Yeah. Let's move it out a little bit. Yeah. My artistry is so heartily what my heart is seen. He says to march and be marching until he parts the sea. Pardon me, I won't garner you with no hearty speech.
Yes, and we are live. You are listening to Live with MeechReal. What's going on? What happened? I missed it. You laughing at me?
No.
What happened?
I picked the wrong time to chew my mint.
Oh.
To bite it.
So as y'all can hear, my guest host has she's come back.
He called me guest host. I think he was petty. But I'm your co-host.
Ain't that dope how she caught that? See, I could be petty, but she caught me. But so listen, y'all, what today is. This our last day? Last day in June?
Is it June? Am I your guest host?
No, we July.
It's July.
Like I had a
Get it together, bro.
So no, today is July 30th. It's just flying by. Like
it is. This summer is almost out of here.
We got one more day of July.
Hey.
And it's a wrap. So today is Sunday. How you doing today, sis?
Beautiful. Oh, not how I look, how I'm doing. Wonderful.
No, I want you to give me
Sunday,
your daughter's responses when you say how you doing.
Oh my gosh, I asked my daughter how she was doing. She said healthy and thriving.
See, that's just so.
She's 8.
That's just so dope.
She's 8 though.
How was the weekend? What y'all get into?
Weekend was beautiful. I'm telling you, it flies by. You know, I slay in the salon, and then before I know it, wake up, I go to service, and then boom, I'm here.
You here?
Oh so.
Yeah, man. It's no days off. It's been a super dope weekend. I mean, for what? Yeah, it's been a super dope weekend. So, as I always say, man, shout out to Oso Media Group for this amazing studio.
Yes, sir.
You know, if you can only hear me, you still winning, but you sort of lose it because you can't see this dope scenery we got going here, man. It has been a little bit busy. I mean, but it's just been super blessed, man. We had Church in the Hood, which was super dope. We was at Delivery on Purpose Ministries, but we was actually at the park across the street. Off Grand River and Myers, and that was just super crazy. It's always dope, man, how God like just really always bosses up your expectations. You know what I'm saying? Because we was at a park, and I ain't gonna lie, you know, we're usually at like actual parks where it's like swings and all that. So this was just a field. So we got, you know, shout out to Bouncing Off the Walls because they partnered with us, showed us super love on the bounce house. So all we had was a bounce house. So I was nervous, like, man, so when we first started, wasn't a lot of people there. I'm like, man, you know, we got all this food. We got the barbers here for the free hair because we getting people, like you said, slay. Like they slaying, we got free hairdos. We was nervous. But, man, the people came out. We fed over 200 people.
That's so amazing.
Last year, we fed a little over 300 people for the entire event. We've already passed that, and we got 2 more events for the summer, which is it's just huge, man. It's so huge. Then after, man, a lot of people came up for prayer. It was super dope to just see people having like real conversations, man.
That's sick. Just outside,
just chilling, kicking
with
it.
Strangers.
And Pastor popped up on people. It was one guy I was talking to who said he was struggling with rest because he can't forgive himself. Tell me why Pastor, who was not there for the entire event, walked up on him and started praying and started loosening that he was going to get rest and all. I'm like, see, this little guy. Shout out to Apostle Corey Harris over there, Destiny on Purpose Deliverance Ministries. Dog, he crazy. Like,
that's dope. Shout out to you, Pastor.
He hear Jesus, man. Like, he legit hear Jesus. So it was super dope, man. I got to go on the Pretty Lit podcast today.
How was that?
It was dope. They had it was questions for me, like they was just trying to pick my brain and all of that.
I can't wait to hear it. I
had a great time, man. I just like being around genuine people who are teachable and really want to learn, like who really like, you know, tell me something. You feel me? So, you know, I had a great time there, man, and popped here. My baby boy's birthday was on the 26th, but Friday we took him to airtime on the sneak tip. We had took him on a trip earlier in the month because we got all our boys' birthdays are within like weeks of each other.
Yeah, super close. Yeah.
So we had to compartmentalize that boy, make it happen.
Yeah.
So we took them to Columbus Zoo, but that was dope, man. It was just it's just been a blessing to
I was
be able
just
to
about
keep
to say,
moving.
such a blessing.
Just to keep moving, like for real. Like we had some deaths this week. That's the first song y'all heard was by my homeboy Doug. We dedicating this show to him and his family. You know, prayers to them.
Wow.
So that was tough.
Yeah.
So I was reading about it. It's so weird, but dog, I don't even know how this scripture popped up. But it was talking about, I think it's in Titus actually. No, it's not. Yeah, it's in Titus. Where it's better, sometimes it's better to go to a funeral than a party because of the perspective you get from a funeral. You know what I'm saying? You remember how precious life is, man. We so rude to God when it comes to life, man. We be mad at somebody for weeks. Like we promised to live weeks.
Yeah.
You know, so
like we got time to.
So this week, man, it's been, like I said, it has been a lot of death. So I just been really just talking to God and being thankful for life, that He waking me up every day, because that's a choice. I believe that's a choice by God every single day to wake me up.
Every moment.
So as long as I'm living, man, I'm trying to just change how I'm looking at it. So
yeah.
Church in the Hood blessed me, man. Talking to cats who really couldn't believe that God would forgive them, that blessed me, man, because it's different when you got the truth, man. And a lot of people just struggle with believing that they deserve to be forgiven.
Yeah.
Like it's a hard concept to like. What you mean you deserve it, bro? You know how dope God is?
Yeah.
That you know you don't deserve it?
Yeah.
But He loved you anyway. So I don't know, man. It was a blessing, man. This weekend was super fire. So hey, this your first podcast show. Whoop, whoop.
This is.
Yeah.
There's no bullhorn or like no sound effects for that.
It's a midget outside doing a cartwheel.
Okay, well that's all I need.
We ain't bringing it to the studio.
That's all
today.
I need. Dang.
But yeah, so we've been still playing with stuff, but man, it's this new segment that I want to introduce.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
Because we've been struggling with you a lot. Like,
why? Because that's the thing. But
struggling.
But you want to know why though?
Why?
Because we're not good liars. So you want me to give you 5 lies and one truth, and the people have to pick out.
We too real.
But yeah, that's the thing, and I'm happy about that. So boom,
that's a good.
I don't know how to play it because I don't know how to
problem.
lie.
That's like having too much money.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's an excellent problem to have.
So this new one is gonna be called Keep It Moving. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, man, and us here, man, at Live with MeechReal, we're not blind. But we just don't believe in wasting time because that's something that you just can't get back.
Right.
I watched a video for 45 seconds the other day, and I was so mad that the 45 second ago Meech was dead, and he'll never be back. And I wasted watching that video of foolishness.
What was the video?
My cousin watches something on YouTube, and these guys were going to the grocery store. And it's a YouTube series of guys going to the grocery store and literally doing nothing but grocery shopping. With hundreds of thousands of views. Blows my mind. But anyway it goes, I could have done so much more in that 45 seconds. I could have read a book. I could have texted somebody, 3 or 4 people that I loved them. I don't know. I could have done more.
Yeah.
So it's a couple things I be wanting to talk about and jump in. Some stuff I be like, that's super dumb. So we're going to just touch on a couple of them. Cool.
Let's do it.
So you got to say, keep it moving if you don't want to talk about it.
I got something to say about everything, bro, but I'm going to try.
We're going to filter through, like, we only got 5 minutes of life.
Okay.
Is this worth stealing a piece of somebody's 5 minutes?
Right, okay.
You feel me? Okay. And then you say, let's talk about it if you want to get into it a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Without further ado, R. Kelly.
You know I want to talk about it.
You want to talk about it? So basically, it's just been a lot of crazy stuff going on, man. And basically, R. Kelly, they were saying that he's holding some young women hostage as sex slaves and this, that, and the fourth. And it just kind of brings up a lot of the stuff that R. Kelly has been a part of before when it comes to young teenagers. So what do you think about that?
As far as my belief, like, is it true or not?
Right. Yeah, you think it's true?
Well, this is the thing. I always look at, like, everything has a pattern, right? Mm-hmm. Everything has a history or like a track record. So that's what I always look at when it comes to deciding if something is accurate or not. He has history in that area. So it doesn't surprise me. And I'm going to go ahead and say that, yeah, he's been known to utilize. I shouldn't say utilize, but when he married Aaliyah, wasn't she young?
was young.
And she was innocent and gullible, and
She was young.
that's what he does.
I guess it's tough, man,
fits.
because there's a lot of stereotypes that like younger women like older men.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
then maybe some of it is consensual. I don't know that, but
well, what's tough is no matter how old, like if a woman is under the age of consent, she can say yes, she can beg you
But it's still wrong.
for that, and they can pick up your case, man. You can do a lot of time. I think
Yeah.
it's weird, man. I mean, like you said, you look at patterns, and honestly, first of all, like I said, I don't have a daughter, but I have children, and I don't know if it's holding hostage, because I know how people act with stars and celebrities, and they just like, she's like, well, he just let us, like, but why was y'all at his crib? It's like a lot of
How y'all
questions.
get there?
It's a little tough.
Yeah.
It's a little different. But man, honestly, I'm really praying for dude, because he do got these kids is.
it's not the first time something like this came
it's
up.
Different. It's super. It's,
I'm like,
it's
what's
super
up?
different, man. So I'm definitely praying for R. Kelly, man. I think that's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
The next issue is, I know you heard Usher.
It's
keep it moving. Let's talk
it's
about it.
just like
We gonna keep it moving, or we talking
we
about
can
it?
keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Okay.
Usher, I'm sorry, Usher.
So, keep it moving and let's talk about it. Justin Bieber canceled his tour to rededicate his life to Christ.
Look, I got Bieber fever. Okay, we gotta talk about this.
Bieber fever.
I love him.
Do you?
He's an amazing kid, and I feel like he's anointed. Do you know how he was discovered?
No.
Short story. Just like
us
him
a
making
little bit.
videos on YouTube, he was like worshiping Justin Bieber. He's saved, and he's proud of his relationship with God. So I don't know if that got lost in how people see him as an artist now. I mean, it did, apparently. But
So
that's
you
the
here for
most
it?
important thing. I'm here for.
You
That
here
is
for it?
exactly what I'm
You
here
with it?
for. Shout out to Justin Bieber. Yes.
Hopefully it's going good. It's going good for the guy. I don't know. They had some other pictures come out about him with him and Carl Lentz, or the pastor. Hillsong's pastor, and they was taking shots, and Bieber took his shirt off. It's super different, man. It's really hard to be a celebrity. Like,
It has to be.
Like, we don't. First of all, the pictures as far back though, they could have been joking, because me and my wife have joked and take shots of Kool-Aid. Like, we've had like from our past, we still had shot
Yeah.
glass in the house. We
Yeah.
like,
Hey,
So-
take us out of this.
I just
Kool-Aid.
really hope, man, anybody who's professing the gospel, I legit hope, man, that is serious. Because first of all, when you profess it, this is what happens. Now you can't control the attack.
I promise you.
So if you playing, it'll devour you. So I mean, yeah, prayers to all of them, man.
I believe in his sincerity, though.
You know, straight up. I mean, he canceled the tour. That's money.
Yeah.
A lot of people lost money.
It shows your priority. And
lot of people
I
lost money.
love that. I love
Straight
him
up.
for that. Yes, absolutely.
I ain't mad at him. Kyrie leaving the Cavs.
Oh,
Keep it moving and let's
gosh.
talk about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Keep it moving.
keep it
Keep it
moving.
moving. Snoop Dogg dropping a gospel album.
Hey, so how he gonna be on there? Like, I can't even say none of his lyrics in a holy way.
Keep it moving.
No, let's talk about it. But you got to try to switch some of his lyrics before you talk about it. You got to just take a bar and make it holy.
A Snoop Dogg bar that's holy?
Do it.
Let me see. Hold on. It's so much. I can't do it. I
See?
probably can. It's like, but I remember. I'm just thinking of
Because
the.
I'm like,
What did he say? Snoop Dogg. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He could say, "Praise him like it's high. Praise him like it's high."
See,
yeah.
but I'm about to be.
When the devil try to mess
See?
with you, praise him like it's high.
See, I can't, but that's
see?
still.
Snoop need to hit
I'm
me
still
up.
might be.
He got a lot of cats going
twerking
on.
a little bit.
Let me say this, and I heard a lot of conversation about it, man. First of all, anybody can do a gospel album. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? God can use anybody. This is my issue. I really want I want I want people to understand that gospel music is not a faith.
Thank you.
It's a genre.
Thank you.
It's legit a genre.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with your faith. Like, I hear people say, I'm leaving gospel, I'm leaving CHH, and then they get reckless. Like, bro, did you leave the faith? Or like
I'm sorry.
your faith still holds some type of bearing over the standard of your life. So
Yeah.
it may be dope. It'll sell. It'll probably sell.
Because we want to hear it. We want to
But
know.
I really, man, wanted people to take away when you hear gospel, the business behind it, man. It pushes some life and some Bible. So
And then it's
he might be ready.
Inspirational.
I think
though.
Snoop
You
is doing.
can't-
I think he's doing mumble rap because he's tired of. I mean, he's doing the gospel album because he's
ran
tired of
out.
mumble rap. He hate mumble rap. He
Yeah.
talked about it, so he like, yeah, I can either mumble or I can speak in tongues. So
Yeah.
shout out to him. So like I said, I really hope these ministers and these big time people that they're pulling to help them do this project. I really hope they are taking advantage of this time and ministering and witnessing to these people.
Exactly.
Like actually trying to see if they want to dedicate their lives or see where they at spiritually.
But see, their life, that's the thing. Their life has to be attractive in a complete different way to whoever it is they're trying to connect with. Because if it's not, what you going to give me differently than what I already had? I just want to make this song and get out of here. It has to have impact for real.
That's true. So, I mean,
so are you like me? Are you different and I want what you got?
That's super tough.
That's a whole nother show.
It is. That's super tough. But I do hope you take, because every opportunity is an opportunity for ministry. You just don't know, man. People be waiting.
But have you ever messed it up and then you can't?
Yes.
You can't. You lost it. You like,
man, I've messed up my witness, being in my flesh and sleeping with somebody.
Yeah.
That I knew I was supposed to be a brother, father figure type too. I've messed up. I've gotten into a ministry argument and we almost got to fighting. I messed up my witness, getting in my flesh. Like, we were arguing about God.
So that makes me think about the relationships. Like, how were they encouraged? How were they initiated from the very beginning? Did we interact in a way where maybe we shouldn't have, and now we try to cover it up or clean it up by let's do a gospel record.
See, listen, and that's exactly like I said. The first show was talking about "Shut Up, Man" about effective listening, because you can't learn if you don't listen.
Yeah, I listened
to it. And today, man, we really are talking about. We're gonna give y'all some tips about how do you effectively impact somebody and persuade somebody in these conversations. Through my show, through the study behind it, I've learned, man, we're really terrible at conversations. Like, we have no motive. So how can you be successful without a goal or motive? You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no plan, if you're just doing stuff happy-go-lucky, then how can you be effective if you're not doing nothing strategically? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to give y'all a couple tips, in our Millionaire Mindset moment later on into the show. Shout out to Bellwether Fashion. So the last issue, before we get from keep it moving, let's talk about it. These Newports being stolen.
I just don't.
What's the story? Tell me a little bit about the story.
So there are a couple guys. I think there were 2 sets of guys that were just stealing Newports, the cigarettes, y'all, out of gas stations and liquor stores. Not cool. Not the other ones. I'm not a cigarette connoisseur. I don't know. But I was just trying to figure out the significance and then how they keep getting away with it. And yes, it's stupid, but I'm saying it's happening.
Well, it's a crime. Stealing is always going to be a crime. So I mean, it's I think it's weird, man.
And these are our people. Like, they and then they must know what they're doing because they haven't gotten caught yet.
I ain't gonna hold you up. Anytime I see stuff like that, like especially with that plate glass and how that whole situation, I'm gonna say it's an inside job.
You think so?
Man, so a lot of these liquor stores and gas stations you're going to, first of all, you're being watched like a hawk.
Yeah, that's true.
So spending thousands, I don't know, man. Me personally, it's still completely disheartening, man. Just how we move sometimes in our community, but it's bad out here, and a lot of people are trying to get money, man. So that's why I've been praying for resources. That was one thing we did when we walked around church in the hood. We praying for resources, praying for different mentalities and mindsets. Because while I believe that you should never steal, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I don't understand where somebody who steal where that comes from. So it's just a battle, man, and pray that we try to become our brother's keepers in areas, man, where hey, you may not have to steal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to help give some options, because everybody don't have an option. I ain't gonna pretend that it's equal for everybody.
Yeah.
But we still all have a choice.
Yep, that's
so I'm
true.
praying for us to make better choices, man, because the one thing that happens when I do something wrong, especially when it comes to the media, it don't just make that person that neighborhood look bad. It makes the race look bad.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. These are our people.
Like, they be saying, "Oh, Detroit is like this," and people come to Detroit like, "Hey, man, it's not like that." Right?
Thank you.
These are issues, just like from everywhere. But no, Detroit is a beautiful city, man, and the people are man. It's a different type of strength in Detroit.
It sure is.
Don't mean we don't make mistakes. Don't mean there's some guys out here being reckless and doing some foolish stuff, man. But yeah, we just got to make better choices. So I'm always praying, Lord God, just let's make some better choices for our people. Let's do better. So, oh man, that was dope.
Yeah, I like that.
Feel a little bit better. It's almost like our vent.
I was about to say.
So we're gonna show a little love to one of our up and coming sponsors, and then we'll be back for our Millionaire Mindset.
Yeah.
Educate y'all fools. Give y'all some knowledge.
That's
in this
right.
joker.
My name is Jermaine James. I'm the president and founder of Bellwether Fashion. I want people to understand that I am the brand. And when I say I am the brand, I mean that you are the brand. It's that whatever moment you're in, you know, if you're a young kid that's striving to be a lawyer, when you're studying for the bar, when you're taking the bar exam, you are a Bellwether. If you're a photographer, every time you pick up that camera, you're a Bellwether. Basketball player, every time you're at practice, every time you touch the court, every time you do a drill, you're a Bellwether. And so everyone has to understand that it's not about me, it's not about Jermaine, it's about everyone. Everyone is a Bellwether in their own right. So I am the brand.
Yes, man. We're back. Shout out to my homie J Will Music, man. Hey, listen, if you want your clothes to do more than just make you look dope, actually say something, y'all gotta check out bellwetherfashion.com. Y'all see me in all my pictures. I got this dope hat with this like V, look like an arrow. Yeah, I'm actually Bellwether's first plus size model. If y'all didn't know that.
Did he say that or did you say that? Who said it?
I kind of said it first, but he never corrected me. He never corrected me.
Okay, so then, okay.
So it's kind of like if you tell a girl, "Hey, you my girlfriend,"
right? And she ain't saying, "No, I'm not."
That mean we dating.
Yeah.
That mean we together, like we in love. So
that's so funny.
Today's Millionaire Mindset Moment, man. We really just want to talk about how you positively impact somebody in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I desire to be effective. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just talk to you and you say, "Hey, man, that was really inspiring." And then you go back to a whole lifestyle that's anti-bettering yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have a bunch of dope one-liners. I really want to look back and be like, hey, so he did that. And it worked for him. You know what I'm saying? So I've just been chasing down, looking for different ways on how can we help and share some information, man. Not just power. Power gives you influence, man. And when you have influence, you can change the world.
Yep.
Even if it's on your block. So shout out to Forbes. You know, because we're going to be rich. So, I mean, you're going to be on the list. So you need to read. Okay. You feel me? So they got 9 core behaviors of people who positively impact the world. Because the one thing I do believe in, one way of learning, is seeing people who you can't go somewhere that you ain't never seen. So look at somebody like in your field, and this for anybody. If you are trying to do something and be somebody, it's nothing wrong. They got this whole thing about jocking and stealing. Don't get me wrong, some thieves and some people that's copying people. But it's a difference between copying somebody and learning from somebody, learning some of their mistakes, some of the things you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's dope. Because anybody who's successful, who is doing big things, I guarantee they have mentors and they have people that they look to for inspiration that motivate them.
Guidance.
Yeah, so it's nothing wrong with that. So in your field, look for people like, hold on, if you want to own a McDonald's, look for the most successful chain owner or franchisee or whatever. And you need to be like, okay, cool. And see what they did.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
they didn't blaze the trail for nothing.
For real. And sometimes when you learn these cats, they not even the trailblazers. They learned from trailblazers.
Thank you.
So let me give y'all one of them. So it's 9 core behaviors that's why these people are impactful. They commit themselves to continually bettering themselves. That was my favorite because y'all know if y'all hear me say it all the time, man, respect your audience. The way you respect your audience is being authentic.
Yep.
And the only way you could be authentic is that everything that you push, you live by.
Yes.
You pursue.
Yep.
And I ain't gonna hold you up. Standing for something that actually is making me a better person. Like, I'm challenging myself every day because I'm not gonna come in here and talk to y'all about eating healthy if I'm in here drinking a Slurpee. Mm-hmm. But we gonna get there.
Because right now,
I'm drinking a Slurpee.
I could only talk about healthy eating.
See, that's okay.
It's all right, bro.
We getting there though. But no, for real though. I mean, but like the show about shutting up, man. I really tried to. Don't get me wrong.
I'm like, or mastering it.
I'm mastering it. I'm about in the incidences I've had recently. I want to say I'm about 7 out of 10. I've failed about 3 of them. I'm not listening because it's hard when you passionate.
But you gonna keep But
no, I'm pushing because I don't want to argue with you, and I really don't want to be right. I want to understand where you. I am craving to understand where you are.
You're thinking right about it. I actually asked God not to position me for my husband to find me until I knew how to shut up.
So we got to listen. And I think it's a blessing to listen.
It is.
Because you'll learn everything you need to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I've been really pushing that. So I want to be impactful. So the part about, like I said, committing yourself to bettering yourself, that's just a fire statement. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing, when you're talking about something, it's different when you're talking about something when you are in it.
Yeah.
Versus from a spectator. Because, man, the spectator position is the coldest point of view.
Yes, it is.
On Earth. It is. Like, everybody talk about, man, LeBron should have did this or this person should have did that. It is so dope to be there. Even some of these interviews from artists that you see, like, dog, why did he say that?
Yep.
And now, so when I was on the show today that I was talking, I was thinking about, like, man, I hope that don't be taken out of context. Or
right.
So it's just, man, it's so to actually push and better yourself, man. That's dope. Because then you're not fronting. You're not selling nothing. Don't cook me nothing that you ain't going to eat yourself.
Yep. And then you always have work to do because it ain't like you going to ever be perfect.
For
that
real.
gives you something to always do.
For real.
You can never
absolutely.
be bored again.
Dog. That's so dope. So then it says they engage with people in open, mutually beneficial ways.
Can we stop being stingy?
I ain't gonna lie. I struggle with that.
Enough to receive that.
I got a homeboy and a mentor that I don't want nobody to be friends with.
That's funny because but they so good. They such a good friend.
Like if I hear that person talking about somebody, like, oh yeah, I met him. Like,
you know him?
No, you should probably. Why don't you find somebody else? You feel me? Like, no,
he's mine. Okay.
But I think it's dope that you say they're mutually beneficial ways. Because it's a battle, man. Trying to find a mentor or
it is,
or even trying to mentor someone, man. It's people that's literally leeching or trying to steal your swag or trying to find. I've found out, man. It's people that be friends with people just for their apps, just to figure out what apps they use. Just to figure out that's terrible.
Yeah,
that's terrible. So if you desire to be impactful. You got to go back and listen to the first show, man, because you got to listen first. You got to figure out where people are. If you desire to persuade somebody to affect them, you have to shut up. You got to listen. You just got to listen. But then you have to start looking at these ways, like when you look at not how much I can take from this person, but like, I wonder what I can do for them.
Yeah, what can I pour? Like,
what can I boss up on your end? You feel me? It says they invest time and energy, not in what is, but what can be. So that can preach. See, and not what is. What I just heard is that it kind of even just what our segment is earlier with keep it moving is that there is so much happening right now, or that's going on, or this person is popping, or this fad is going crazy all over social media. And some people focus on that almost to the point where they'll get discouraged. Like they won't move. I battle even sometimes looking at other people like, oh man, like I come from learning to now I'm like, dang, this person got that and I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So you're not being productive then, because now you're not building and working towards and pushing what you're creating and what you'll have because you're focused on what it is. That's kind of like even just sitting there being down on yourself about what you don't have.
Yep.
What you can't do.
Yep.
What you can't push. So to be effective, another way, man, is to literally, man, you have to, after you finish talking to God and doing what God telling you to do, because you could be out of position.
First
and then you going, But you got to push, man. That faith thing is big. It ain't going to look right away. So you got to build. Like you legit got to build.
It can't look right. That's why it requires faith.
Don't nobody see an evergreen tree grow when it's a seed. Like when it's underground, you don't see them roots latching, and you don't see that. You don't see it. You don't see how extensive that process is. Mm-hmm. So that's super big. And it's a good one.
Say it. Let's hear it.
Oh, it's a good one. Mm-hmm. They embrace critique.
Yeah. Yep.
That's healthy.
This just sounds like a healthy any kind of relationship to me.
I mean,
all of these man.
It's just pushing authenticity. Man, listen, the world, we ready. We're overall, the narrative, people are ready for authenticity. So these things, man, embrace critique. You're not dope. I got a friend, my homeboy M3. I hate asking him what he think about stuff I do.
He gonna chop it up?
Oh my God, tear it apart.
Dang, I need another friend like that.
But listen, That's why I be so some of the stuff, and I'm gonna pat myself a little bit. Some of the stuff I do, like, oh, Meech, that's cold. I got people, my friends, they tell me I'm cold after they tear me apart. They be like, oh yeah, this was wrong, this was wrong, this was wrong, this was wrong. Hey man, but your show was really dope.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But it's dope to be challenged, because if you don't challenge me, man, then
you gonna get stuck though. If people keep telling you good,
you
will get stuck.
You in that place. So you good just in that place.
I need to be propelled. So yeah.
So I do.
Chop me up.
And I'm a different kind of cat, man. I actually I'll ask you, you know what I'm saying, like in relationships, definitely when we get close, I'll say, hey man, listen, I'm not that sensitive, and even if I'm sensitive, you offend me, unless you just walk up to me and disrespect my family or my faith, where we gotta have a conversation face to face. If you cut into me like, hey Meech, this is dumb. Why you spending your time on Facebook Live talking about this? Why you spending your time taking shots? So if you cut into me direct, dog, I prefer it because I need that. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to be direct with me, because I'm gonna be direct with you.
Yeah.
So I'm ready. I ask for that all the time. And I don't care what nobody say. It don't feel good. I hate it. I be wanting sometimes people to listen to my stuff or look at my stuff and be like, Meech, that's just super dope. That's it. It's just dope, yeah. But it'd be weird when they say that, because then it'd be like,
no, I don't trust you.
Then I listen to it. I'm like, no, see,
I could have said.
So yeah, I appreciate that, man. That's super huge to me. Ooh.
What is it? Let me read it.
Here, yeah, look at this one. That's crazy.
Talking about ooh.
It was good though.
This is good. It says they spread what they know.
Ooh. Ooh. See?
We just talked about trying to keep our mentors to ourselves and
spread what you know. Share that information. See, this is one thing that if you're not a believer, man, I'm gonna really challenge you to really, really, really try Jesus real quick. Shout out to the group. But you really, really gotta try it. Let me tell you why. A lot of people don't want to share information because sometimes we feel that the information is what makes us special. And if you have my information, then I'm no longer special. If I tell you how to put this in a video, then we both go. I don't stand out. Now it's tricky in business. Don't get me wrong. Don't go too crazy and just giving everybody your whole bag.
Yeah, that's not it.
Don't be a goofball. But there's information and principles. Let me tell y'all, God wasn't like that with us. Thank you, Lord, for giving me that. God didn't hide all the principles from us.
Imagine if he did.
Right. Jesus. Think about it. People that's not even saved are benefiting from
biblical principles.
That's how dope God, for real. So what if God held his information from us? So man, share some of that information, man. Like I said, you got to be careful. Okay. You got to be careful of people of taking advantage of you. That's why you need discernment, man, to pay attention. But in y'all circles, build your circles up. The dopest leaders have created doper leaders. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That's how business. You're not a dope leader until you create dope leaders. Somebody that can surpass you.
I promise you, you're not.
So please do that. This is preaching. Says these people and we talk about 9 characteristics of people who are impactful, who impact the world. Yeah. They uplift others as they ascend. As they ascend.
So it's not taking away your ascension.
And I've noticed this. I've had this issue when I've been in circles, and I've recognized that people were fine with my success until it became detached from their reign. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start to surpass them in the circles that you were in and they introduced you to, then those people started having personal relationships with you, and you started, you know what I'm saying, getting different type of opportunities that maybe they weren't even receiving. And it was like, oh, so I was cool until I made even look like I a little bit will surpass you. Yep. So I look at I think about Akon and Lady Gaga. Oh wow. She's huge. Lady Gaga's huge. Yep. And like, oh man, some people, always attribute fame as a success. Like, we ain't seen Akon in a minute, but I done heard this dude done put millions for energy process. Like, yeah, he's still the man in other ways. He not starving, but because he's a dope leader, he's actually, as he ascended, he's giving somebody else opportunity. Dog, that's a direct reflection of your leadership, man, and it actually adds value to who you are. So I think that's just uplift people, man. Because if we raise the bar for everyone we're around, that means the standard, the low is even higher.
The low is high.
The low is high. Like I said,
So
lift you lift that in your family, man. You think about like we're now high school diploma. That ain't the low. The low is college degree. Like, yeah, I just graduated from college. Like that's the low. That's the norm. You feel me? That's how you change generational curses. That's how you change, man. Just low thinking of your family, man. It's just a huge opportunity. So
I'm about
this
to give you an offering.
I'm telling you, this thing preaching. Ooh, they view the journey as the goal.
Oh, so there are no goals. The journey is the goal. That's so appreciative. That's one of the most appreciative things that you could ever do.
Think about how
the process. What? Because people I'm telling you, they want the promise. But if you could appreciate the process more,
because think about it. I mean, and I'm not saying it's sad, but imagine, okay, I want to get $1 million. I want to get $1 million. You get that $1 million. And you didn't really like appreciate the relationships
and appreciate the
people that you was kicking it with when you
on the way,
or you want to be famous. You don't appreciate the times when, because some people are called to be famous and travel all over the world.
Yeah.
Like, you don't appreciate the times when you can go sit at your family's house and don't nobody ask you for money.
Yeah, because now everything is different.
Everything changes. So man, I think the journey is super important because the goal don't make you great. The journey is what makes you. Qualifies you for that goal.
The journey is what makes you. Yes, absolutely.
So I mean, I thank God for the journey, the relationships, man. The first, and also, man, the journey makes you real. Yep. Like, it's a lot of people trying to skip steps, and you wonder why they hot today, they not tomorrow, or when you meet these people, they let you down because everybody's trying to skip the steps. The journey is so fire. I look back in my life. Yes, I would wish I'd have got married to my wife sooner, and I did half the dumb stuff. But I'm thankful because I appreciate the little stuff. Like I appreciate it when my wife mad at me, she still cooked. Mm-hmm. I remember I had a homeboy. We was in the basement. Him and his girlfriend was fighting. He was like, "Babe, you make me a sandwich." She came downstairs and put 2 pieces of bread with some bologna in his hand. It was his hand. It was the funniest thing on earth. But the bread looked so. The bread was struggling, and I'm like, but it was hilarious because, you know what I'm saying. That's how it be. So I look back at stuff like that, and part of my watching it, seeing some of the stuff that go on, and I'm like, man, I'm so blessed. Yeah. So I'm blessed because of the journey, and I'm thankful that I got here. But then when you get there, what you doing?
Then what?
I'm going on another journey.
It's still a journey. It's an endless journey.
So appreciate the journey. The Bible talks about, man, not resenting humble beginnings. Mm-hmm. Man, appreciate the small times, man. I appreciate even with Church in the Hood that we able to talk to people hand to hand, hug on them. Because as that thing grows, man, we have to start delegating, and we can't go grocery shopping ourselves. We can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't be as connected, and like we love like walking up and down the streets. Like when success changes your priorities. Yeah. And the higher level you get, it's other people that may have to. It's just, so I'm just super thankful. Yep. For the process, man. They use their power and influence well. Mm-hmm.
Responsibility.
Yeah. Goes back to listen. Forbes been watching me. Respect your audience.
They've been watching you.
The book is coming out by the end of the year, so that's a quick little plug. But for real, no, man, respect your audience is so huge, man, because first of all, it's a blessing and a gift that somebody cares what you gotta say. Like, don't nobody gotta care. Don't nobody gotta listen, man.
Tune in, nothing. You don't have to.
You don't have to do nothing.
It's an honor.
It is. It's a privilege to have your attention and to be able to pour into you, man. Like, because you're not supposed to let everybody pour into you. Yep. So it's a huge opportunity.
Some people try to pour, but like,
yeah, watch out.
You almost got
straight up, man. So if you're blessed, if you're a person, man, this is why I'm so huge on why I love Christian artists, man. Why I love, just sound doctrine, sound information, because I hate. Jay Will actually said in the song, he's like, I don't want an apple walking around thinking it's an orange and talking about they got that for me. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want somebody walking around and they like, hey, that's your man's Meech? And you all messed up. Because I don't care. I mean, that kind of go back to the artist featuring. I'm not saying I don't like dope beats, and I'm not saying, I'm too good to listen to. That stuff can influence me. And and sometimes I be seeing stuff on social media, I be like, I want to repost this, but it's so reckless.
I can't.
I don't know where you are, and I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to do something that may trigger you to fall back off the wagon. You know what I'm saying? So, I thank God for my influence. Man, if it's just my kids, because my kids, man, they keep me, I ain't going to say they more powerful than the Bible, but it's stuff in the Bible we be talking about, and my kids are reiterated because whatever I say, they repeat. Mm-hmm. My son walked up to me the other day and said something. I'm like, bro, where you hear that from? He was like, Daddy. I'm like,
I said that.
I don't remember your daddy saying that, but so yeah, man, we have to respect what comes out. Respect the content that you are promoting, that you are endorsing, that you are sharing with people, man. Like I said, uplifting. It says earlier how you impact. It's like uplift people as you were saying. It did not say entertain people as you were saying.
Thank you.
Don't feed them fluff.
Make it plain, bro.
I'm trying. How'd you like that? That was dope.
No, that's dope.
That was the whole thing.
I could eat off of that forever. Like,
Yeah,
that's
that
something
was
I could
cool.
go to daily, like a checklist. Am I doing this?
Absolutely.
That's dope. I love it.
Absolutely. So, our very last, and it was really dope. I got a lot of kind of great responses. Our segment from Dear Mr. Christian.
Yeah.
Dear Mr. Christian actually started when I was doing the Christian rant 3 or 4 years ago. I started y'all can actually Google it. Google it. It's still on WordPress.
I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I'm trying to.
The Christian rant. The Christian rant was my first ever business anything, and it was basically just writings of my frustration. This is when I first got saved, when everything that wasn't Jesus irked my soul. Like, if it wasn't Jesus, it drove me crazy. So, but one Dear Mr. Christian was actually an opportunity where I let people reach out to me and ask me questions about the faith and ask me questions about things they see, and it just really blessed me. So when it came back to me, we talked about relationships yesterday or last show, and it blessed me. So I figured I'd bring it back. So if you have any questions, I'm talking about anything, man, we're gonna give you a dope Christian perspective. We're going to give you some truth, and we're going to send you some information if you need, something, if it's a little deeper. So please interact with us, man. That's at Meech, MEECH, at LivewithMeechReal.com. Ask us some questions and just put in the subject bar, Dear Mr. Christian. So, and I actually got that song. It's a song by Derek Minor where he Dear Mr. Christian. I know he just started snapping about some of the frustrations of being in the faith. So, this question actually comes from yesterday. I wanted to get your opinion on it. Is, Dear Mr. Christian, I've killed people. I drink. I still do bad stuff. How do I forgive myself? How? I've done some terrible things. Like I said, I've killed people. Like I spaz. How do I forgive myself? And how do I know that it's okay? How do I know that I'm forgiven? See, that's heavy.
That is heavy. It is heavy. I mean, I've dealt with a lot of things where I wasn't sure how many days it would take God, because I thought he needed time. But I do know I did. I just thought I looked at God as more human than anything. This, you know what I mean? Yep. And he's so supernaturally, faithfully, everlastingly amazing. Like, he's unfathomable. He really is. And in Jeremiah, it talks about how he knew us before we were born. He knew us. So that means that every decision that we make, every action, every response, every even mind change that we would have, we think we change our mind, and God has to catch up to that. He already factored all of that into our lives and how it plays out before we were born. So the very thing that you think you can't be forgiven for, God already knew about, and he can't be surprised by it.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing, man. And I bet I struggle with forgiving myself. First of all, let me tell you, unforgiveness is one of doubt and condemning yourself. Those are attacks of the enemy to send you to hell.
Yep.
Because by faith, hold your salvation. And if you don't believe that, if you don't forgive yourself, then you're basically saying that you don't believe Christ died and rose for you. So if Christ isn't Lord in your life and you are Lord in your life, meaning because you are controlling whether you forgive yourself or not, your belief has sent you to hell. So the first thing you got to understand, man, you can't surprise God. It's just not. It's impossible. For real,
be caught off
stop.
guard.
Yeah, I bet you God don't see this coming. Come on, man. That's just impossible. But with saying that, understand that he chose you knowing that you were going to, I'm talking about not just chose you. Let me tell you, because when we put God on a human level where if you make me mad and don't stimulate me, dog, it's a wrap on you.
Yep.
He didn't just choose you and love you. He chose you and loved you through turmoil, through torture, through embarrassment, through murder, through him being killed, through betrayal.
Yeah.
Man, like humiliation, being spat on, being stabbed, being bled out, being cut, man, being spit on, talked about, being accused. Like he went through the worst, going through being tempted to a huge level. Like he went through everything in the mindset that this person was going to kill somebody, that this person was going to cuss, this person was going to be drinking, this person was going to be womanizing, this person was going to be selling drugs to kids, this person was going to be messing with kids. Like,
so he became that thing that he knew you were going to do.
So it's really hard because you think about it, like, oh, this is unforgivable. And don't get, like I said, man, it's never condoning anything wrong.
Right.
God has given us a gift of choice. So you can choose, man. You can fight, you can pray and ask for yourself to look for an escape, because God will never give you something that you can't handle. So you have to look for an escape. Like, so you have to pray for the strength to look for the escape, because it's there. You know what I'm saying? So
every time.
But you got to understand, man, that you can do better. And you got to understand that you have to do better. You got to start creating boundaries. Boundaries save lives.
You took the words right out of my mouth. They sure
save
do.
lives. So if you woke up this morning, say it can't hurt you anymore. Tomorrow can't hurt you anymore. So let's say that don't mean tomorrow won't bring consequences. That don't mean, dog, you may be in prison for life. And I just found I have a friend of mine, her cousin is 23 years old. He just got natural life for murder, right?
Wow. At 23.
He can still go to heaven. And he may spend his entire life in prison. You know, that has your consequences don't have nothing to do with your salvation. But you have to, man, you just have to make a choice that, man, I woke up today. I need to do better. You got to start paying attention to your triggers. Wherever you struggle at, you got to start trying. You got to be honest with, man. People lie to God like people go to the hospital and lie. Like you go to the doctor and get your blood drawn. Like, do you smoke? No. Are you sexually active? No. You got any STDs? No. Like, they have your blood.
They're gonna find out.
We know. You know, we already know.
Yeah.
So
just seeing what you was gonna say about it.
So the dopest thing, man, is sitting up in that closet, man, and having just a nasty conversation with God. Like, just legit go in, because it's not that he don't know what you doing, but confessing your sin, man, giving your burdens to God, man, it's a freedom in that, because he can't take nothing from you. You got to give it to him.
Yep.
So you got to tell him, like, this is what I'm struggling with, Lord. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm doing. This is like, okay, cool. Bet. Now, before you was even thought of, I created your victory.
Yep.
So now that you didn't get,
already done.
So since you didn't let go of all this crap, now we can go through your journey and your process of making you dope.
Yeah.
Of getting you to be dope. So
that's love.
Yeah. Man, but we don't even understand love. We got a show coming up called Let's Make Love. Oh my God. It's going to be crazy. I'm so excited because a lot of us struggle with understanding God's love, because all the only love we know about is sexual, romantic, just carnal. You know what I'm saying? We don't really understand that love, man, that would put a son on the cross and die for you, knowing that you would be. So it's one part, man, Colossians 3:13. And it says, bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. And what's dope about that, man, in scripture, it's usually pretty straight to the point. It doesn't say all unless this person, but if this person like sleep with your girlfriend.
I don't see any conditions in there.
You know what I'm saying? So in the forgiveness, and it says it has nothing to do with the other person. It says forgive as the Lord forgave you. So it's not really about that person.
Thank you.
So you forgive for you, man. And because God forgave you, which is past tense, which means you can't go back and you can't change the past. Dog, it was a movie. It was a cartoon movie as that. And it's like, you can't change the past. You can only learn from it. So you can learn from, like, he already forgave you. It's a wrap. You're forgiven. You got to forgive yourself, man. You got to accept them in your life and move. So, man, that was dope.
Yeah.
We desire you to be effective. Every interaction you have is an opportunity for both people to learn. Now, the battle is that most people aren't always willing and open to learn. So if you are a person that desires to be effective, this is going to cause for a lot of humility on your end.
Yeah.
Because first you're going to have to shut up. Then you're going to have to position yourself to understand. Once you understand, so we listened, we heard you out, we asked questions, we engaged you to figure out exactly your location of thinking. So then when we get there, now we're at a place where, how can I influence this person? And that's what you pay attention to listen to, because some people may need it. Like I need you to be direct with me.
Yeah, me too.
Some people may need you to kick it with them for a little bit. I mean, like sometimes walk up to somebody, hey man, do you know what's gonna happen on Jehovah's return? Like
right.
Some people shut down like that.
Yeah.
So I think that what's really dope is when you pay attention and say, man, let's just disciple each other for a while.
Yeah.
Let's be homies. Let's live this life thing. Let me show you my standard. So we may go out. You may want to go to the bar. So I'm chill at the bar. I'm watching the game. You may get you something. Hey man, you want to drink? No, I'm Gucci. Mm-hmm. And you just live it. And we see because it just depends, man. But the one thing that stood out for me, man, what we just read is if you desire to be effective, you have to eat. You have to eat what you cooking. Yep. Like you have to literally embody it.
That's what people are looking to see.
You have to, it says commit to continually bettering yourself. Yep. So before you want to preach a sermon, you should be living one. You know what I'm saying? You should be writing it on your heart. Yep. Before you actually write it for the people, man. So you can be effective. First of all, God has blessed everybody with an audience to respect. So sometimes, and the Bible talks about what you do with a little, you can do it a lot. Everybody want these huge stages, bro. God want to see what you can do at home with 4 or 5 people. Yep. With your 4 or 5 followers. Everybody want 1 million followers, which, I mean, just to be honest with y'all real quick, followers don't equal money. So, I mean, for everybody. But, man, it's people in your community, your neighbors. Like, I love that our neighbors just walk up to us and talk to. I love having neighbors. Dog, it's people in your neighborhood that you can affect. I'm talking about, we have a neighbor who talked to us, man, about his frustration and walked up to us one day and said, I want to forgive my wife. I'm tired of being mad at her.
And see, that's my thing. As close of a garden, if you will, as that is, that's your training ground. People want to be so great, you know, on stages and bigger platforms. It's like you can't even hold your neighborhood down. You can't even hold your household down, your block. But you want, you know what I'm saying?
Millions of people to,
listen to you. You want why? So
it's definitely about living, man. Because first of all, for him to come over and talk to us about him wanting to forgive, he must have saw something. Yep. Which was an honor to me. Which I ain't gonna hold you up. Forces me when me and my wife and I'm upset with her. Dang, I can't be yelling at her. Not because I'm trying to be fake.
And let me watch my body language because people are watching. Because
somebody watch it and it can affect him. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, dog, I don't want him to feel like it's okay to walk around and be mad at somebody and holding a grudge.
Not open her door because, you know what I'm saying,
mad.
we just got into an argument.
So it's a huge opportunity, man, and everything is just to make people better. So I think it's a great way to be effective. And one way is just to make some better choices. Yeah. And whatever your passion is, embody your passion. You won't see a workout video with MeechReal's name on it until I get
Not
birth.
yet.
Not yet. I'll tell you real quick. So I had a dream. This was 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm actually getting ready. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm getting ready to really be serious, man. I got kids. I'm trying to outlive them, or at least to get to like 200. So if they can die at 201, and I be 200, and I'm cool with that. But like, I had a dream, and all I saw was my shoes, and me and my son was running, and I was like fit, and then I was talking on the stage to people about working out. So I don't know. I never wanted to become that workout guy where everything is about exercise and all that.
Really?
No.
Well, see, you don't have to. I believe in
those
balance.
Those people are so
I'm like that.
annoying.
But I'm like that, and you didn't know that, or maybe you did know that. I love the gym. I love working out, and I eat.
Yeah, but you're not a meathead though.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you a meathead?
I think there's balance
like,
in everything.
Like, people walk up to him like, "Hey, man, you like that? Y'all at a building, they about to get on the elevator." You're like, "No, bro, let's just punch out these stairs."
No,
do you?
No.
Now, what if I'm your client?
Now, I may say, I'm gonna take the stairs. I'll meet y'all up there, but I'm not.
What if I'm your client though? Like, and you training me, you gonna let me get on the elevator?
I'm gonna let it be up to you, but I'm a make you feel bad. I'm gonna be like, no, go ahead. You go ahead on the elevator. I'm gonna take the stairs.
Go ahead, take the easy way out. It's cool. I get it.
Yeah.
Straight
go
up.
ahead. Don't break a sweat. Don't tone or anything. I'm gonna take the stairs.
But no, straight up, man. I respect my audience so much that everything about MeechReal is changing. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm growing. I'm evolving. I was struggling with changing. I want to be real. I don't want to change. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want my people who I grew up with to be like, oh, he switched it up, man. And then,
That's honest.
But look at but dog, we wouldn't be able to survive on this planet if trees felt that way.
Yeah.
I just want to be a seed. I don't want to, let the other seeds down.
Grow. Don't make me grow.
So I've embraced my growth, man, and the separation it may cause, man. But like I said, I pray, I share information. So share that information and uplift your circle, uplift your team. Share that information, because the doper your team is, the doper you are.
Yes.
My glory is in my wife and my family. The doper my wife and my family are, like,
yes.
I'd rather my kids be dressed and suited and booted, and I'm chilling, because, man, that's my wealth right there. So
yep.
I want y'all to be effective. So you got a word for him? Queen, you got a royal word for him real quick?
I mean, I come with the word.
Inspire the people.
What was I going to say? I had several things I wanted to say, but I will just stick with, you have to be who you want to see others become.
Okay.
Start to be, and not even that. I want to just say, yeah, be who you see yourself becoming, because people are watching you, and you.
That's
if
true.
you're not steadily that, then it's gonna mess them up. You have too many people attached to your growth.
Man,
it's not just
you. You have too many people attached to your growth. So stop being selfish, man. And some people that's waiting. My pastor said that to us today, man.
Somebody waiting on you.
People watch your marriage wondering if they should take that down.
Oh my God.
That's real.
That's responsibility.
It is.
And it don't stop.
So check us out, social media. Where can they follow you at?
Queen Fierce on Instagram.
We're going to make her post a lot more.
Yes, I am.
We having some social media training right after class. So, y'all can follow me everywhere at MeechReal. Make sure y'all keep up with me with the Live with MeechReal podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us how dope we are. You can just put 5 stars to say dope. Yeah. You don't got to get deep into it. We prefer you not to. But listen, y'all got any questions for Dear Mr. Christian? You reach out to me, MEECH at LivewithMeechReal.com. Meech at LivewithMeechReal.com. So, this was another dope episode of Live with MeechReal. Hey, listen, peace and love to y'all. Be great. I dare you. Peace.
Yeah.
God has revealed himself to us all through his creation, you know what I mean? Through the trees, the seas, the birds, and the bees. He lets us know that he's present to lead us to him. Yeah. God has made cognitive to our consciousness. His accomplishments astonish our consciousness. He accommodates commonness with his promises. His prominence is commonly obvious to our common sense. Yet it's commonplace that we are savages, common thieves and bandits that take advantage of common grace. Now concentrate on his constancy. Everything is consistent and constantly at a constant pace. Now we believe that everything he's achieved is evident when we see the evidence we received. And indeed, he's precious. Better believe his presence will never leave the heathen or the believer. Never. So the question is, why question him when he's giving you easy access to get to him? Actually, he is active in everything we do, and generally speaking, this revelation is general. He's the general. You see, general revelation was not enough. He specifically revealed in his word who he is. And who he is the Son, Jesus Christ, who is the fullness of the Godhead bodily. You know what I mean? Yeah. God is infinite, imminent, yet he's intimate. He lets us into the center of his initiative. With great precision, the prophets recorded visions and prophecies that was given the prophet. It's was written too. Yeah. Reveal the Father's love for us. How he comforts, and later how he would come for us. He sent the comforter cause we needed his company. Currently he's committed to cover us like a comforter. Yeah, teach us who Jesus is. The spirit is reaching and teaching, preaching what Jesus did. How he was dead from an act of treason, the weasel did. Beaten, led up to Golgotha, dying for me instead. To me he did, suffer indeed he did. It's nothing for me to give him, nothing but me instead. And the scriptures depict the picture to me that says especially a special revelation that Jesus lived. Indeed it is, yeah. See, now that we know that God has revealed himself in creation in general and has intimately revealed himself in his son Jesus Christ, you have now been given the invitation to come closer to
It's
him.
time for revelation. Then this life that I once lived is going away. And everything I thought was living, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. It's time for revelation. It's time for revelation. Appetites are changing right now. Hearts are changing right now. Right now, right now, right now, right now. The change is right now. Time for revelation. The change is right now.